The island chain was so remote that it remained untouched by the outside world. There were no television sets or atom bombs, so life on Mocha was relatively simple. There was a chief named Big Daddy, who ruled his handful of subjects in a kindly and benevolent manner.
Hey, Big Daddy, what's happening?
The ship of state sails majestically on. The kingdom of Mocha will never be gone.
Oh, that's nice, real nice. I say, I was wondering if you and Big Mama would like a couple of these nice fish for supper.
Just about everybody on Mocha had some special work to do. Ian was the best fisherman on the island, so he more or less kept everybody supplied with fresh fish. Then there was Benny Sixtoes, who by a gift of nature could climb trees better than anybody else, so he became the coconut seller. Big Daddy's daughter Raquel presided over the village melon patch.
Fresh ripe melons here.
There was a carpenter named Cecil and an enterprising young fella named Pablo who collected firewood for the village. Fingers Linguini doubled as the village barber and doctor, specializing in razor cuts, permanent waves, warts, appendectomies, and childbirth. The spiritual needs of the island were served by Father Nicodemus, who also fronted a rock group called the New Testament, which provided all the musical accompaniment for all state ceremonies, as well as weddings, dances, and bar mitzvahs. I now pronounce you man and wife, and a one, and a two, and a hit it. All in all, the Mocans were kind of one big happy community. They got along well, with each villager contributing what he or she had to offer to the general society. For a time, it was a kind of barter society. They traded their goods and services between each other.
Morning, Miss Raquel.
Hi, Benny. How are the coconuts hanging?
Oh, fine, just fine, ma'am. Say, how'd you like to trade a couple of those ripe cantaloupes for this whole bunch of coconut?
Oh, Benny, you got yourself a deal.
Of course, every system has its pitfalls, and the barter idea didn't always work smoothly.
Look, Fingers, I can build you a nice addition for the clinic, but I got no hair and I'm not sick. So what are you going to give me for all the work?
Look, suppose I have a Lulu give you a nice manicure every week, huh?
Nah, I don't think so. You come up with something I can use, and I'll build you a nice addition.
The trouble was, not everybody needed the things their neighbors had to barter all the time. Then, too, there was the problem of transporting the traded goods back and forth across the island.
You mean I gotta carry this load of coconuts over to Pablo's place to trade for some wood to give Cecil to build you a new chicken coop before I can get a dozen eggs?
The transport and the transactions got more and more complicated. Finally, the whole village got together in a kind of town meeting.
Listen, this thing is getting out of hand. I can't keep lugging these sacks of potatoes every place I go.
You gotta go through half of this village to get something you want anymore.
What we need is some money we can carry around in our jeans.
What's money?
Money is like something you use to trade for things.
Now hear this. The problem is there, so this day I declare the coin of this land is the shell of the clam.
Yes! There you go! Yes, hooray for Big Daddy. He came up with a really sound medium of exchange for all of Mocha. The villagers got together and more or less amiably agreed on prices for everything.
I got melons, so get your ripe melons here. 2 for a clam.
There are nice fresh coconut brownies. Only 1 clam a dozen.
Let's see. For the sun porch and the new thatched roof, that's 6 and 4, and let's see. I can do the whole job for 26 clams.
Suddenly, there was a new way of doing business on Mocha. With a stable currency that wouldn't spoil, credit became possible. This trust between people and a pledge to pay when, say, the next crop came in, really spurred the Mocan economy.
Say, Pablo, I need about 4 loads of wood to build that new tri-level.
Well, I've got a load, maybe a load and a half on hand, but it would take, say, 2-3 weeks to get that much.
Well, I'll need it before then. Couldn't you expedite it a little?
I'll tell you what, maybe I could get little Augie to help me for a week or 2. Of course, I'd have to pay him for the work, and he'd probably want his own axe, too, so, if you add up the labor and the new equipment I'd have to get, say, 12 clams for the whole thing.
That's okay, but I can only pay you like last time. Half now, half when I get the clams for the house.
Whatever's fair.
Yes, things were beginning to hum all over the island. It was a free atmosphere with incentive to work and produce up to the capacity of each individual. It wasn't long till Mocha had a thriving marketplace. Everybody showed up on Saturday to buy and sell things to each other. Of course, everybody missed Raquel making her daily melon rounds, but some sacrifices are always necessary for progress. Gradually, word got around to some neighboring islands that Mocha had a good thing going with some interesting results.
You say you wear one of these things and you have good luck.
Absolutely guaranteed. The gurus on Stone Island have been making this lucky charm for 6 generations.
Well, it sounds good, but how much are they?
Only 3 of your Mocha clams will ensure good fortune for...
3 clams? I can't afford no 3 clams. Forget it.
Wait, what is that at your feet?
Huh, where?
Right there.
Hey, it's a clam.
See? Your good luck has already started.
Well, these things really work. You better give me 2 of them.
Yes, foreign trade was born, and with it, all manner of exotic new commodities became available.
Here, try some of this nice sauce on your fish.
What is it?
It's imported from the Pepper Islands. You put it on your food.
Well, if you say so, I'll just put a little.
Products weren't the only things traded between the islanders. Ideas, too, spread across the water.
Hey, what's the Great American Wood Supply Company?
Well, I incorporated myself.
Yeah, did it hurt?
No. What I mean is I formed a company like they have over on the Beaver Islands.
A company?
Look, in my case, I wanted to expand a little. Put little Augie on full time. Get us some new equipment and all, and I didn't have enough clams to do it all.
Yeah, so?
So I sold, like a little piece of myself to raise the...
Which piece did you sell, Pablo? Like, you sell a finger, or a couple of toes, or what, huh?
No, not like that. I sold stock in my company to raise the capital to expand my business. Cecil, Fat Mary Jane, and Ian all brought a share of the company.
Yeah, what'd they get?
Well, they get shares in the company. And hopefully, they'll get a part of the profits that are left after we make the investments in new equipment or improvements we have to make.
Well, I don't know. I don't hold with Beaver Island ideas.
Look, believe me, it'll work out fine. Everybody's better off. Our business gets better, the investors get some return, and Mocha gets better service.
Yes, the world was opening up for our friends on Mocha. You might say the boom had begun.
Hey, what's all that racket?
What's happening, Nicodemus?
Big Mama's time has come. Go gather all the people. I declare this a day of feast and celebration of a new heir to our beloved throne.
Yay! Make a big batch of matzo balls soon. We're gonna cook us up a mess of ribs.
Hooray for Big Mama.
Hooray for Big Daddy. 6 pizzas with everything, hold on shoulders.
Get it on. Now hear this. Now hear this. Our union of wedded bliss has produced this day a son. Let us pass the pineapple rum. I do not mean to boast, but drink you now another toast. The Queen has delivered with great success another child, a little princess.
Twins!
Her good fortune smiled with still another child. The Queen has produced a royal trio. The most I can say is, oh my, oh mio.
Triplets? Wow! Man, that's a winner! Ooh, 3 of a kind.
Must have been that fertility dance last spring.
Historians would later mark this day as the beginning of the population explosion. And for Big Daddy, the problem was immediate. He summoned Cecil the carpenter to the palace.
Now, Cecil, it's clear. The nursery that's here will have to expand. The royal production is more than we planned.
Yes, sir. I think we could design a soundproof royal nursery that you and Big Mama could really be proud of.
Cecil, my man, I follow your plan.
The only thing is, Big Daddy, I'm gonna have to buy a lot of wood, and I gotta figure my time in.
Yes?
Well, altogether, I figure it would cost about, 40 clams.
40 clams indeed. You're making me bleed.
But, Big Daddy, I gotta charge you, even though you're the king. I got my costs and all.
But clams, I have none. That's the way your governments run.
The rising Mocha economy had caught the government in a pinch. You see, the good people of Mocha had always just kind of taken care of the royal household. They'd brought around an extra fish for supper or donated a